The undisputed flyweight champion, Gabriela Fundora, is coming back to the ring for her first title defense as undisputed champion. And her challenger, Badillo from Mexico, is someone that's going to either present a firm first-time challenge for the undisputed title, or it's gonna be a great night for Gabriela. And Gabriela is the type of fighter that puts on the type of performance that she does make most of her opponents rue the day that they got in the ring with her. She's an outstanding fighter right now. Sweet Poison is poised for an April 19th return. Let's talk about her upcoming fight. Golden Boy Promotions has a blue chipper on their hands, and we'll get a chance to see them return on Saturday, April 19th, when a doubleheader bill that will feature Gabriela Fundora as she takes on Badillo. And we'll get a chance to see Charles Conwell as he takes on Jorge Garcia Perez in a co-main. This is boxing, and Golden Boy has someone in Gabriela, the undisputed flyweight champion, Ring Magazine champion. She's an outstanding fighter, sister of Sebastian Fundora, and someone that is looking for as many challenges as she could possibly find. When we talk about Gabriela, she's 23 years of age and has a penchant for seek and destroy when it comes to her boxing ability. Though she can box with the best of them, her elongated frame at 5'9" is quite tall for the weight class. She's a southpaw, which provides even more difficulty for the average fighter. But there's something that speaks about this particular matchup against Badillo from Mexico that may not necessarily give Gabriela those advantages. You see, Badillo is a fighter who's 25. She's 19-0 with 1 draw. And she can box on the back foot, nicknamed La Mexicana. She's fearless in there. 3 knockouts in her 19 wins. And fighting off of the back foot, she has a natural propensity to bob, weave, be elusive, and counter off of that. The only thing that I see that she does incorrectly as she fights, sometimes she keeps that chin up in the air. And at 5'3", with a 65-inch reach, she's going to be facing a taller Fundora who will be punching down at her and pursuing. But the great part of that is she fights well off of the back foot. She kind of reminds me of a female version of Jose Luis Alberto Lopez. Lopez fights that same way. He's a knockout punching fighter. He's kind of unorthodox. He dips, he bobs, he slips under, and he'll counter with hard shots. Now, though she's not a big-time puncher, Badillo fights exactly like that. Sometimes looking for her opponent to be aggressive so she can create her openings off of their offense. I've watched film on her. She's rugged. She has spirit. This could be a war. It may not be, because Gabriela has the abilities to really make her opponents, as I stated in the opening of this video, look bad. But we crave competitiveness, and that is what we're going to get here for however long it lasts. I'm here tripping over my own words because I'm excited about this fight. And the other part about it is this: because women's boxing is totally growing by leaps and bounds, it's seemingly every few fights we're seeing better and better matchups, but there are not enough of the ladies to fill out the divisions. So you have to admire their fortitude to step forward and accept and take fights that maybe not be to their best advantages due to weight differences, height and reach differences, and of course, sometimes the experience levels. But I would like to know more about Badillo because I like what I see when she boxes. Some things that she does is just natural. You can't teach it, but she does it. And what she does looks very familiar. So you can tell that she's watched the sport of boxing. She's watched men do their thing. When they talk about fighters off of the back foot, she has that style. But she will explode offensively going forward in moments of countering and looking to unleash her own offense. And that's exciting within itself. Now, when we talk about Gabriela, out of Palm Beach, Florida, fighting presently out of Coachella, California, this young lady has really taken the boxing world by storm. Her 15-0 record with 7 KOs is very modest, but the way she fights is not. Gabriela is exciting, and she may be a better fighter than her brother Sebastian. And that's not to slight him. It's actually to big up what she does in her performances. She has made some of her opponents look pedestrian, just like in her fight to win the Undisputed title against Gabriela Celeste Alanis. The way she finally finished off Alanis, it was amazing. A 7th round stoppage that at first it looked like initially Alanis was in the fight until she wasn't. And then when you think about some of her other battles, like against Christina Cruz, which was a late round stoppage there. That was in January of 2024. And Aurelie Musino, which was in October of 2023, a 5th round stoppage. She seemingly catches the rhythm of her opponents and she gets rid of them. I really like what I see from Gabriella, and I hope that she can find more opponents to challenge and test her, maybe by moving up from the flyweight division, because at 5'9", though she's rail thin, she can possibly put on a few more pounds and begin to challenge herself against bigger fighters. But I'm telling you, those bigger fighters will need to be better fighters, because that's exactly what's going to be the demand. She is that good, and she needs someone who's going to challenge her. Overall, I see this fight being an exciting one until she's able to catch Badillo with that chin up in the air, because I do believe that will be an Achilles for her. But what if it isn't? Then we're going to see something really special. Now, as far as the co-main, Charles Conwell is returning against Jorge Garcia Perez. Yeah. And Mr. Conwell, with his record of 21-0 and 16 KOs, is an orthodox fighter who is 5'9", fighting in the super welterweight division out of Detroit, Michigan, currently residing in Cleveland, Ohio. Conwell is a mean-spirited fighter who gives the appearance of a throwback. When you talk about fighters like James Toney and Bernard Hopkins, he kind of brings that even keel of being a good defensive fighter and a tremendous offensive fighter, mixed in with that little bit of that mean spirit to get you out of there. He seems to relish beating up his opponents, and he is a fighter that's gonna be there. Garcia Perez is gonna have to bring it, and we're not certain if he's gonna be able to do it. Fighting out of Mexico, he's 6 foot tall. Nicknamed Chino, his record is 32-4 with 26 KOs. We know he can punch a little bit, but can he box? Because Conwell sets you up as a boxer first and foremost before he begins to go about his business of breaking fighters down. Now, when you think about it, Perez is on a winning streak, and that's a good thing because his confidence should be up. But if he dare think that he could go in there and just challenge the likes of Conwell right off the bat, it could be an easy night. But he has 2 decision victories out of his last 6. The rest are knockouts. So they're not fighters of Conwell's level, but again, a fighter who is confident and doesn't think he can be beat will come in and give his best, hopefully. He's an orthodox fighter, Perez, just as Conwell. He's a year older than Conwell at 28. So I'm looking forward to both this co-main and main event bout. It'll be broadcast live on Dazn, and we'll get a chance to see these 2 great fighters talking about Fundora and Conwell featured. When many people are forgetting about them, they are still out there to be seen. And so should you tune in for this. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about these fighters as they prepare for for their matchup April 19th. It should be a banger. What do you think? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.